So, I don't know if anyone even watches that video, and I also don't even know how to put it. But I feel like social media has changed so much to a point where I don't even know. I'm kind of frustrated. I don't even know if I want to use it anymore. Like, even when I'm saying that now, my brain thinks of a strategy to make the video sound better and all of those things. That's not naturally me anymore. I feel like when I first started YouTube and Instagram, for me, that was just a joy in sharing how I live a vegan lifestyle. And as it became my passion along the way, I decided, oh, I'm gonna share health online. That's so cool. I really like doing that. That's my passion. I like it. It's my playground. And eventually it turned into something of like, whoever has the most money, whoever pays the most for their posts gets promoted. Whoever has the most followers gets shown more. Whoever has been most consistent, like posting every day 3 times, gets the most pushed out. And I think sometimes people, or like not people, but the world forgets, or the algorithm, or whatever you want to call it, forgets that we are humans, and I'm doing that because I love sharing my lifestyle and I want to bring it to people, and I'm posting the videos, I'm filming the videos, I'm cutting the videos, all of the things for myself. And then you have companies which have 100 employees and 5 of them do just social media. Of course they can post 5 times a day. And if I post 5 times a day, even if I could possibly, where's the creativity? Where's the heart? Where's the soul? And I was always like kind of hating videos like this where people just complain. I just feel like I want to post a video and I want to post it regularly and I want to post it every week. But there will be weeks like now where I'm just in a point where I really question the whole path I took in life. I don't know if you can relate. Maybe you had a similar experience in your life where you made decisions and you know they come from your inside and they are your way and they bring you joy, and then you go there and the world has changed since 2015 and now. Of course I could have, I'm telling that myself, yeah, you could have started posting 2015, which I did actually, if you have seen some of my old videos. But then I decided to study and get a degree because I thought, how cool is it if I can share my hobby but also have the knowledge, the background to share it with and to know more about it. It was also for myself. It was being like starting to be my profession. I was like, that's my path. And for me, it was always social media because I always loved that medium. And now it's like this 2015 me being like, yes, we can finally start. Like, we have our own online course out and we have worked so hard to get the degree and now we can share everything. And then I have another part of me who's like, well, the world has changed. Instagram, YouTube, how it is nowadays isn't how it used to be back in 2015. And I feel like, do I still want to do that? If it were still like it used to be, I'd love to do it. But it has changed and I have changed. But I don't know if I like it. It feels like gambling. It feels like I don't like gambling. And it's also not healthy, just by the way. So I really, I don't even know what I want to say with this video. I don't post from my heart and my soul anymore. And I do still, don't get me wrong, I still do that. But I have so many thoughts behind that when I'm posting, that it's authentic, but not as authentic as it used to be and as I would like it to be. And I don't really know. Like, this video now is, by now it's 5 minutes roughly, and I used to like long videos. I used to watch long videos all the time. It's my format, you know. I'm a person, I love to talk and I love to get deep into things, and I just know now, like, talking like this feels really good. And even though this is a video about me being like, I don't know how to proceed with that, at the same time, talking now makes me feel good. It makes me feel like that's me. Saying stuff in 11 seconds or 1 minute is, for me, I feel pressured, like running and racing and always like, okay, put into 1 minute, like your whole you, or in 30 seconds or whatever. And I feel like rushed, even though I personally watch slower videos and I like to watch them more myself, and it fulfills me far more to talk. But at the same time, I'm like, does anyone even want to watch that? Is someone even interested in that anymore? Or do they all like the short version? And who wants to hear it anyway? Those weren't things I had when I first started. I was so confident in myself. And I feel like along the way, which to be honest has also a bit to do with me turning vegan, because it wasn't as easy as it looks sometimes on the outside. To be honest, it wasn't easy at all. Turning vegan was, by food choices and stuff, really tough for the first 3 months, like to keep my body in shape and to understand what I should eat. But what made it even harder was actually how the world responded to this. I feel like I'm almost crying now when I start saying that, because imagine you starting a project wholeheartedly and you really want the best for the world, for the animals, for the health of your friends, of the people you love, of people you don't know, but you feel like, hey, people are sick and they have all these issues, and the world has all these issues and is kind of sick, sadly, as well. And it could be so much better if people would just go to implement a plant-based, a vegan diet, or eat at least more plants and more vegan stuff and less meat and animal products. And you're going to bring that out into the world, and then people face you and they look at you like, A, you're crazy, like you're not normal for living a life which fools your heart from a place of love. And I'm not judging anyone for not doing that, but I'm like, why wouldn't you wanna save a breathing, living animal while you can help the world? And I feel like even now, I feel like when I'm just saying that, I feel like I don't even want to talk about it anymore, because people get so much shit for their beliefs, and I can see where it comes from, possibly, because maybe it comes a bit from when activists get a bit too pushy and like, you have to be vegan and it needs to be, it's the only way. And no matter what my beliefs are or not, I don't want to be judged for something which comes from a good place, if you know what I mean. And I feel like so many times when we vegans or people plant-based, or you might know that in a different part of your life, you might live like this in an area where you're different, or the black sheep, or whatever people call it, but you're different to the norm. And then people like judge you for it. And you are in a way sad because you accept them. Do you know what I mean? Like, I accept people for who they are. I would just like to share my truth and share my knowledge so people can look at their own diets and maybe be a bit like, oh, if I can help actually animals and CO2 and the environment, then maybe I should reduce it a little bit. I think that's a great conversation to have with people, but most people, like, they cut you off the moment you say, oh yeah, actually I'm vegan. Oh my god, I need my meat and I need my dairy and I could never live without. And in that moment, it's like you are soft, and then this resistance comes, and I'm just like, I just wanted to share where I'm coming from, what I'm living, what I'm doing, and who I am pretty much. And people don't want to hear who you are sometimes, and it's really sad. And then I feel like making this video, I'm so used to people not wanting to hear that. And I'm not saying everyone, okay? I have great people in my life. They love to hear about that. I'm not saying this, but there is a lot of resistance. And there were always people who didn't like it. And I always had to feel like pushed away because I am confident in what I'm doing. But at some point, you're so used to being pushed away for something you believe, which is not a bad thing. I'm not saying like anything bad. It's actually a good thing, and I'm not saying to anyone you have to do it, but people really, they fight you. Like literally, I had people literally fight my beliefs with like really unloving words, behaviors, stuff like that. And I feel like I also sometimes want to kind of hide it, because why does it need to be a topic at a table? Who's vegan, who's not vegan? Or why do I have to read posts of like, being vegan is just a wasted steak, or wasted moment of enjoying your steak? And I'm like, that's so mean, you know? It's just mean to say. It's just a really mean thing. Sometimes I actually think if the stress hormones in animals, which they have obviously when they go to slaughter, of course, like they're not excited, happy, jumping in, being like, hee hee, happy cow, being like dead now. Actually rhymes. They are sad, and all of those hormones go into the body. I mean, I'm a nutritionist. I know that stuff, right? And why would you want these stress hormones in your body, even if you're not a nutritionist? I'm sure it just makes sense, right? It just makes so much sense. And there are so many aggressive behaviors everywhere, and I feel like why can't we just be nice to each other and put the consumption of meat and stuff a bit down? Why do we have to fight people who actually try to change the world, you know? I mean, I'm trying to change the world by eating no meat. I never stopped in the first place because I didn't like it. I mean, now, of course, for me, it's like love the animals, and I wouldn't want to do that anymore. But when I first started turning vegan, for me, it was because, see, I forgot, like my brain just cut off now because I'm really like, this video was really emotional for me. But what was I gonna say? I started eating no meat because I heard of the CO2 which gets produced in the meat production, like cutting of trees, CO2 being released from the floor, rainforest, being destroyed in South America, just so it can be shipped to Germany, the soy for the animals to eat. And then there are the people being like, oh, the vegans eat the soybeans. Yeah, well, we eat soy, but I don't know, 80-90% eaten by farmed animals or livestock. So it's just like this weird conversations we consistently have to put up with. And I'm sure like if you're vegan too, you must know that, right? And if you are not a vegan, but you have that in different areas of your life, or like different the norm, then you might be able to relate as well. It's just tough. It's really tough. And I really try to find a way to mix it all up and talk to you about nutrition and share information and my knowledge so you can live healthier, happier, treat your body better and learn. And at the same time, a day like today where I planned doing the video and then life happened last night or yesterday, I was in a situation which reminded me of the whole vegan journey where I was just pushed away and ignored and not listened to and being told is like, ah, come on, it's stupid and nothing's gonna change, and I need my meat and I need to do this, I need to do that. And they are just hurting people, like not they, but people must sometimes just hurt others. And it was never my intention and I never heard back. But this situation it wasn't like that, but it reminded me of the journey I've been through and how sad this sometimes was. And then I sit here today trying to film a video, and I knew if I film a video, it would be kind of fake. Because I would put a mask up and be like, oh yeah, healthy eating is this, and that's not healthy, you know? It's healthy to share what you are, who you are, what you think, what your emotions tell you, who you are. And I know that. I also did a systemic coaching degree, so I know how important this is. But at the same time, I feel pushed from social media to be quick, short, perfect. And life isn't perfect, guys. Life isn't perfect. Life is sometimes like this, where we sit here not really knowing what to do and actually wanting to cry. And I decided, instead of crying, I'm also a woman, you know, sometimes, and it's guys as well, but sometimes like the emotions come up and they are stronger in certain times of the cycle. For example, that's also something which is super interesting. I'd love to talk about it. It's just I haven't had the energy today. I felt really like if I want to make a video, it has to be one like that. And I really want to start weekly posting in long format. It's just I don't always have the time to cut and edit a video to a level where it can be, I don't know, perfect. And I felt like I'm gonna do one like this. I'm gonna put it up like this. I will probably leave it uncut. I think I won't put any cuts in it. And I just want to see if this kind of stuff interests you, talking about life, food, experiences. If you want to hear a bit more about my story, also about the sides which are not as rosy and happy and laughing as it sometimes looks from the outside, but also from the behind the scenes of how it really feels. Following your dream is definitely possible. It's just what I learned: while you follow your dream and the time passes, you become a different person. And your dream or your passion might still be the same. Like, I still love healthy living, and mindset came into it actually along my journey, which wasn't when I started. So, kind of a spiritual mindset approach now. But when you do your journey and when you go your way, your dreams change with you. So even though you have the same baseline, maybe still, it might kind of change in a way. And then you sit there like me now, make a video like this and be like, why the fuck am I doing that? Anyway, that was a really emotional outlet for me. I really enjoyed it. I will see if you resonate. And if you have watched till here, I'd love it if you leave me a comment and share your thoughts. I really want to be social. Like, I really want to hear what you think, what your life is like, what your challenges are, how I can maybe help you with my life experiences. Guys, I'm 37 now. I mean, I have really had life experience, okay? From having a job I didn't like with my early 20s, traveling throughout all of my 20s, going back to school with 28, going back to university with 29, and finally starting to now with 37 starting actually all of what I dreamed of 10 years ago, 9 years ago. It took so long because I did another degree like systemic coaching, systemic trainer, business health management. I just was like, I need these degrees, and they are good because they really are full of value. I can give you so much value. I just really don't know how to mix that with this social media world, which has definitely changed. And I'm gonna drink my tea now, post that video, and if you have really watched this, then congratulations. That it might have not been as uninteresting as I thought. Anyway, I mean, I love watching kind of videos like this sometimes, you know, but yeah, just let me know. And also let me know your thoughts, your challenges, your struggles, your journey, your what's the word, your stories, and ask me questions. What do you want to know? How can I help you? How can I make you navigate easier through life, navigate easier through nutrition, through life in general? Just let me know. And let me do the outro I have done 10 years ago, so I started, so let me do that. So anyway, I hope you liked the video, so stay tuned, subscribe, and see you soon. Bye.